Synchronized emotions, an angel wing retreat summary and interpretation. The Angel Wing, LLC retreat disclaimer. See end of recording. This document summarizes and interprets the Angel Wing retreat on synchronized emotions facilitated by Sachin Karnik on June 8, 2024. The retreat explores the concept of emotional energy and synchronized emotions through a unique blend of psychological insights, spiritual interpretations, and personal reflections. The discussion delves into the challenges of managing emotional energy, the impact of energy vampires, the potential for transmutation through synchronized emotions, and the importance of cultivating self-awareness and personal growth. Key concepts. 5 elements of the inner world. Sachin emphasizes 5 interconnected elements that constitute the inner world: thoughts, cognition, emotions, memories, desires, and energy. These elements are not independent, but work together to shape our experiences and influence the world around us. Quantum transformation. Borrowing from Dr. CHETANA's work, Sachin introduces the concept of quantum transformation as a jump from a fragmented, agitated state to a more harmonious and synchronized state. This transformation is facilitated by internalizing fundamental principles about the nature of reality and our connection to it. Emotional synchronicity. Synchronized emotions involve harmonizing one's emotional state with that of others, leading to deeper connections, mutual understanding, and overall well-being. This state is often associated with a sense of unity, shared purpose, and heightened energy. Emotional mirroring. The retreat explores the role of emotional mirroring in building empathy and fostering synchronized emotions. By unconsciously reflecting the emotions of those we connect with, we deepen our understanding and build stronger bonds. Developed discipline versus natural discipline. Participants discuss 2 approaches to achieving synchronized emotions. Developed discipline involves deliberate practices like meditation, affirmations, and conscious reflection to regulate and synchronize emotions. Natural discipline arises from a deep internalization of the truth of interconnectedness, where practices flow effortlessly from a state of inner harmony. Energy vampires. The concept of energy vampires is discussed, highlighting how certain people, situations, or even addictions can drain our vital energy, leading to emotional exhaustion and hindering personal growth. Strategies for disengaging from energy vampires, such as setting boundaries, forgiveness, and compassion, are explored. Scholarly interpretations. Embodied cognition. The retreat aligns with the principles of embodied cognition, emphasizing the interconnectedness of mind and body. Participants describe how emotions are not merely abstract mental states, but involve visceral, physical experiences that impact our energy levels and overall well-being. Emotional contagion. The discussion acknowledges the phenomenon of emotional contagion, where emotions spread from one person to another through nonverbal cues and mirror neuron activation. This highlights the unconscious influence we have on each other's emotional states. Attachment theory. Dr. BERMAN's comments on childhood conditioning and the cultural impact on emotional expression resonate with attachment theory. Early experiences with caregivers shape our emotional regulation strategies and influence our capacity for empathy and connection. Positive psychology. The focus on gratitude, service, and choosing positive emotional spaces aligns with principles from positive psychology. These practices contribute to personal well-being and create a ripple effect of positive emotional contagion within relationships and communities. Transpersonal psychology. The concept of energy transmutation through synchronized emotions, while not scientifically validated, points to experiences explored in transpersonal psychology, which considers states of consciousness beyond the individual ego. This suggests a potential for accessing higher frequencies of energy and experiencing a sense of interconnectedness that transcends the limitations of the individual self. Key paragraph transcriptions and analysis. Dr. BERMAN on the full embrace. Upon reflection and to the best of my cognitive ability, I postulate that everything is fundamentally energy. Therefore, I am not separate from the energy of creation, nor am I distinct from the energy inherent in all things. If I can fully embrace this state of pure energy, recognizing myself as consciousness aware of thoughts and various energies flowing through, then the burden of self-imposed discipline dissipates. In its place, a natural discipline emerges from the consciousness that recognizes its own vastness in relation to all experiences. These experiences, though they may arise, become akin to waves emerging from the ocean of consciousness that I am. This paragraph beautifully articulates the essence of natural discipline arising from a profound realization of our interconnectedness with a greater energy or consciousness. Dr. BERMAN suggests that by fully embracing our nature as energy, not separate from the energy of creation, we transcend the need for rigid self-discipline. Actions flow effortlessly from a state of inner harmony, where thoughts and emotions are perceived as waves on the surface of a vast ocean of being. This resonates with spiritual traditions that emphasize surrendering to a higher power or aligning with the natural flow of the universe. Sachin Karnik on synchronicity and service. Fundamentally, this philosophy returns to basic principles like the golden rule, concepts seemingly ingrained in our very being, yet often challenging to apply. Angel Wing has been developed to provide a direct and simplified path, despite my occasional tendency for technical language. We begin with the premise that I am harmony, there is synchronicity. Even without the personal pronoun, synchronicity exists. If a small group achieves a synchronous state, this impacts the whole of reality. The implications are vast. Take, for example, a business with employees and customers. The more synchronous the internal state, the greater the positive effect on all involved. This synchronous state is further enhanced by a service-oriented perspective. When actions are framed as a service to humanity, our emotions synchronize with others, fostering collective growth rather than advancement at the expense of others. Sachin highlights the importance of applying these abstract concepts to real-life situations. He emphasizes the transformative power of service, suggesting that by aligning our actions with the well-being of others, we naturally foster emotional synchronicity. This shift in perspective, from a self-centered to a service-oriented approach, creates a positive ripple effect that benefits not only ourselves, but also the individuals and communities we interact with. This perspective aligns with ethical business practices and emphasizes the interconnectedness of personal growth and societal well-being. Overall, the Angel Wing Retreat on Synchronized Emotions offers a rich exploration of the interconnectedness of our inner and outer worlds. By blending psychological understanding with spiritual interpretations and personal reflections, the retreat provides a unique perspective on managing emotional energy, navigating relationships, and cultivating a more harmonious and fulfilling life. Synchronized emotions, further points and reflections. Continuing from the previous summary, we delve deeper into the nuances of the Angel Wing Retreat and extract further key points and reflections. 1. Beyond belief, the direct path to synchronized emotions. While both developed and natural discipline can lead to synchronized emotions, Sachin emphasizes the power of the direct path, a seemingly paradoxical approach that transcends sequential practices. This involves a complete embrace of the belief in synchronized emotions, a 100% conviction that becomes so deeply ingrained that it leaves no room for doubt or resistance. This level of internalization eliminates the need for conscious effort or forced discipline, allowing practices to flow naturally from a place of inner harmony. This concept, while challenging to grasp intellectually, resonates with spiritual experiences of surrender and enlightenment, where the seeker merges with the sought. 2. The power of context, application, and the importance of discernment. The retreat stresses the importance of applying these concepts to real-life situations and the power of context in shaping our experiences. A single concept, like emotional synchronicity, can manifest differently depending on the individual, the relationship, and the broader social environment. For example, a mother's love for her child is inherently synchronous, driven by a deep biological and emotional connection. However, attempting to teach this concept to someone resistant or lacking the capacity for empathy might be futile and draining. Discernment, understanding the context, and choosing appropriate strategies are crucial for effectively navigating relationships and managing emotional energy. 3. The ego as a source of distance and separation. Sachin identifies the ego as a key barrier to achieving synchronized emotions. The ego creates a sense of separation between I and you, fueling a constant need for self-preservation and control. This separation manifests as resistance to the natural flow of emotions, a tendency to judge, control, and protect our own emotional boundaries at the expense of genuine connection. Transcending the ego involves recognizing our inherent interconnectedness and embracing a more expansive view of self that encompasses the well-being of others. 4. The transformative power of language. The retreat highlights the importance of language in shaping our understanding and experience of synchronized emotions. Words, while imperfect representations of reality, can trigger emotional responses and influence our perception. By consciously choosing language that reflects unity, compassion, and interconnectedness, we can shift our mindset and create a more harmonious inner and outer environment. This includes reframing negative self-talk, expressing gratitude, and consciously choosing words that promote empathy and connection in our interactions with others. 5. Synchronicity as a collective endeavor. The retreat implicitly suggests that achieving synchronized emotions is not merely an individual pursuit, but a collective endeavor. By creating environments of trust, empathy, and open communication, we contribute to a collective energy field that facilitates personal and collective transformation. This collective resonance can amplify positive intentions, encourage vulnerability and authenticity, and support a shift towards a more harmonious and interconnected society. Continuing the discussion, how can we cultivate the full embrace necessary for the direct path to synchronized emotions? What practices or experiences support this level of internalization? How do we balance the need for setting boundaries and protecting our energy with the desire for emotional connection and empathy? What role does forgiveness and compassion play in releasing attachments to energy vampires and promoting synchronized emotions? How can we utilize technology to foster emotional connection and synchronicity rather than reinforcing isolation and separation? What are the implications of synchronized emotions for addressing societal issues like racism, sexism, and other forms of division? By continuing to explore the complexities of emotional synchronicity and applying these concepts to our own lives and relationships, we can contribute to a more harmonious and fulfilling world for ourselves and generations to come. Synchronized emotions, exploring uncharted territory. Building on the previous summaries, we venture further into the nuances of the Angel Wing Retreat and uncover additional points and reflections. 1. The subconscious nature of synchronized emotions. The retreat emphasizes that much of the process of emotional synchronization happens beneath the surface of conscious awareness. This aligns with the concept of implicit social cognition, where our attitudes, beliefs, and behaviors are shaped by unconscious processes. Participants share anecdotes of experiencing shifts in their emotional states due to the presence of others, particularly those with whom they have deep bonds. This suggests that we are constantly attuning to the emotional frequencies of those around us, even without actively thinking about it. 2. The role of intention in energy transmission. While the retreat primarily focuses on emotional synchronicity, participants also touch upon the broader concept of energy transmission. Dr. CHETANA highlights how our intentions can influence the energy of our food, water, and even our interactions with others. She references Masaru Emoto's controversial water crystal experiments, which suggested that positive intentions could create beautiful crystal formations, while negative intentions resulted in distorted patterns. While the scientific validity of these claims remains debated, the discussion underscores the importance of conscious intention in shaping our experiences and impacting the world around us. 3. Recognizing synchronicity in unexpected places. The concept of synchronicity is traditionally associated with meaningful coincidences or events that seem to align in a seemingly improbable way. However, the retreat suggests that synchronicity can also be found in everyday experiences, particularly those involving genuine connection and shared emotions. Sylvia's anecdote of discovering a new beauty in the colors of trees at sunrise highlights a moment of synchronized appreciation for nature, a shared experience of awe and joy. Similarly, Eileen's sudden insight into the relevance of mudras to the discussion demonstrates how synchronicity can emerge through shared reflections and spontaneous connections. 4. Embracing vulnerability as a pathway to connection. The retreat implicitly suggests that vulnerability is a key ingredient for fostering synchronized emotions. When we allow ourselves to be seen and felt authentically, we create space for others to do the same. This shared vulnerability can dissolve the boundaries of the ego and foster a deeper sense of connection. Participants share stories of overcoming emotional barriers with family members through forgiveness, compassion, and a willingness to express their true feelings. This suggests that embracing vulnerability, even in the face of potential conflict, can lead to profound shifts in relationships and create opportunities for healing and growth. 5. The spiritual dimension of synchronized emotions. While the retreat draws on psychological principles, it also acknowledges a spiritual dimension to the experience of synchronized emotions. The concept of unity, interconnectedness, and accessing a higher power resonate with mystical and spiritual traditions that emphasize transcending the limitations of the individual ego and merging with a greater consciousness. The use of Om chanting and mudras during the retreat further points to the integration of spiritual practices as a means of facilitating emotional synchronicity. Further reflections. How can we become more attuned to the subtle energy exchanges that occur in our daily interactions? What role does intuition play in navigating relationships and recognizing energy vampires? How can we cultivate a practice of conscious intention setting to influence our emotional state and impact the world around us? What are the ethical implications of intentionally influencing the energy of others, even with positive intentions? How can we integrate spiritual practices with psychological understanding to deepen our experience of synchronized emotions and foster a greater sense of unity and connection? The Angel Wing Retreat on Synchronized Emotions not only provides valuable insights into the nature of human emotions and relationships, but also invites us to explore the mysteries of consciousness and the profound interconnectedness of all beings. It encourages us to embrace a more expansive view of self, to cultivate compassion and understanding, and to actively participate in creating a more harmonious and fulfilling world. Synchronized emotions. Diving deeper into the collective. Pushing the boundaries of our previous explorations, let's uncover even more subtle and profound implications from the Angel Wing Retreat. 1. The paradox of isolation and interconnectedness. Suparna's poignant reflection reveals a paradox inherent in the human condition, feeling isolated in a world where we are intrinsically interconnected. Her sense of disconnect from others, despite being surrounded by people, underscores the challenge of finding genuine connection in a culture that often prioritizes individualism and superficial interactions. Yet, this very isolation serves as a catalyst for her to seek a deeper truth, to consciously choose environments and relationships that resonate with her evolving consciousness. This internal struggle mirrors a collective yearning for belonging and meaningful connection, a longing for a world where synchronized emotions are not the exception, but the norm. 2. Generational shifts and the evolution of consciousness. The discussion on cultural conditioning reveals a potential for generational shifts in how we approach emotional synchronicity. Dr. BERMAN highlights how research on children's empathy demonstrates an innate capacity for recognizing and responding to the distress of others. However, this innate empathy is often diminished by the time they reach adolescence, particularly in cultures that prioritize competition and self-interest. Yet, within this dynamic, younger generations are voicing a strong desire for social justice, environmental awareness, and a more compassionate world. This suggests a potential for collective consciousness to evolve, for future generations to reclaim and cultivate the innate empathy observed in early childhood. 3. The interplay of free will and unconscious influence. The retreat grapples with the complex interplay between free will and unconscious influence in shaping our emotional experiences. While Sachin emphasizes the power of choice in determining our emotional state, Dr. BERMAN points to the powerful conditioning of culture and early experiences. This tension highlights the ongoing dance between our conscious intentions and the unconscious patterns that we've inherited or absorbed from our environment. Ultimately, achieving synchronized emotions requires a delicate balance between acknowledging our conditioning, consciously choosing a different path, and surrendering to the natural flow of interconnectedness. 4. The role of silence and receptivity. While the retreat involves active discussion and reflection, it also implicitly acknowledges the importance of silence and receptivity in accessing synchronized emotions. Participants describe moments of insight arising during quiet contemplation, often while falling asleep or waking up in the morning. This suggests that allowing space for stillness and receptivity can create fertile ground for unconscious processing and deeper realizations. This aligns with contemplative practices that emphasize quieting the mind to access a deeper level of awareness. 5. The unfolding journey of synchronized emotions. The retreat concludes with a sense of ongoing exploration and unfolding. Participants acknowledge that achieving synchronized emotions is not a destination, but a continuous journey of self-discovery, growth, and refinement. Each interaction, each challenge, each moment of shared emotion provides an opportunity to deepen our understanding, refine our practices, and expand our capacity for connection. This ongoing process requires patience, compassion for ourselves and others, and a willingness to embrace the ever-evolving nature of our emotional landscape. Expanding the horizon. How can we create social environments that nurture and support the innate empathy observed in young children? What are the ethical implications of recognizing our unconscious influence on others, and how can we wield this power responsibly? Can we actively cultivate moments of synchronicity, or are they best approached with an attitude of openness and receptivity? How can we balance the need for both individual expression and collective harmony in fostering synchronized emotions? What role do art, music, and other creative endeavors play in bridging emotional divides and promoting a sense of unity and connection? By continuing to engage with these questions and applying the insights from the Angel Wing Retreat to our personal and collective experiences, we can contribute to a world where synchronized emotions become a driving force for positive change, individual growth, and a more compassionate and interconnected humanity. Synchronized emotions, weaving a tapestry of understanding. Continuing our deep dive into the Angel Wing Retreat, we'll uncover more subtle threads of wisdom and weave them into the broader tapestry of psychological and spiritual concepts presented in the initial document. 1. The energetic dimension of relationships, beyond the 5 elements. While Sachin's framework of 5 elements provides a foundation for understanding the inner world, the retreat implicitly suggests that relationships possess an energetic dimension that transcends these individual components. The concept of emotional resonance, mentioned in the document, becomes palpable in the stories shared by participants. Milu's experience of feeling her energy shift upon seeing Phoebe, the dog, illustrates an immediate energetic connection, a palpable sense of love and joy that permeates the space between them. This resonates with the esoteric concept of auras, energetic fields that surround and interact with each other, influencing our emotional states and shaping our perceptions. 2. Emotional flexibility and the dance of harmonization. The document highlights the importance of emotional flexibility in achieving synchronized emotions. This involves adapting our emotional responses to better align with others, requiring a delicate balance between maintaining our own authenticity and responding to the emotional needs of those around us. The retreat demonstrates this dance of harmonization in the varying approaches participants use to handle energy vampires. Eileen emphasizes forgiveness and compassion as a means of transcending her sister's negativity, while Mila sets firm boundaries to protect her energy from a family member's harmful behavior. Both approaches aim to achieve a more harmonious state, but the specific strategy chosen depends on the individual and the context of the relationship. 3. Shared goals and the amplification of collective energy. The document mentions the power of shared goals in aligning emotional energies. When individuals come together with a unified purpose, their synchronized emotions can create a heightened energetic field that facilitates collective action and transformation. This concept is illustrated in Milu's excitement about supporting businesses that operate with a service-oriented approach. Her desire to contribute to their success stems from a shared goal of promoting a more ethical and compassionate business model. This aligns with the theory of collective effervescence, where shared rituals and activities create a sense of collective energy and belonging, amplifying individual emotions and fostering a sense of unity and purpose. 4. Emotional safety and the courage to be vulnerable. The retreat implicitly underscores the importance of emotional safety in fostering synchronized emotions. For individuals to authentically express their feelings and connect on a deeper level, they need to feel safe, respected, and understood. This requires creating environments free from judgment, criticism, and power imbalances, where vulnerability is met with compassion and support. This concept is woven throughout the discussion on energy vampires, highlighting the detrimental impact of emotional unsafety on personal well-being and the importance of setting boundaries to protect our energy. 5. The unseen architect. Synchronicity as a guiding force. The retreat hints at a deeper level of synchronicity that operates beyond conscious intention, a subtle force guiding us towards greater harmony and interconnectedness. Sylvia's experience of spontaneously connecting the concept of mudras to the discussion and Eileen's overnight processing of complex ideas suggest that a hidden intelligence might be orchestrating these seemingly coincidental events. This aligns with Carl Jung's concept of synchronicity as a meaningful coincidence of inner and outer events, suggesting a principle of acausal connection that operates beyond our rational understanding. New horizons of inquiry. How can we consciously cultivate emotional resonance in our relationships, and what are the potential benefits and challenges of amplifying this energetic connection? How does cultural diversity influence our approaches to emotional synchronicity, and what strategies can we employ to bridge cultural divides through empathy and understanding? Can the concept of synchronized emotions be applied to conflict resolution on a global scale, and how can we leverage collective intention to promote peace and harmony in the world? How can we develop a deeper understanding of the subtle energy systems that influence our emotions and relationships, and what ethical considerations arise from working with these energies intentionally? What role might intuition and spiritual practices play in guiding us towards a future where synchronized emotions become the foundation for a more compassionate, interconnected, and enlightened humanity? The Angel Wing Retreat on Synchronized Emotions not only offers a rich and multifaceted exploration of the human emotional landscape, but also hints at a profound truth that lies at the heart of our existence. We are not separate individuals, but interconnected beings who share a common source of energy and consciousness. By recognizing this inherent unity and consciously choosing to cultivate empathy, compassion, and a service-oriented approach to life, we can contribute to a world where synchronized emotions become a powerful force for healing, transformation, and a more fulfilling future for all. Synchronized emotions, the unfolding mystery. Venturing beyond the familiar, we push the boundaries of our exploration even further, drawing upon the whispers of wisdom embedded within the Angel Wing Retreat. 1. The healing power of synchronized grief. While much of the discussion focuses on positive emotions, the retreat implicitly acknowledges the transformative power of synchronized grief. Sharing sorrow, loss, and pain can create a profound sense of unity and connection. Think of the collective mourning that occurs after a national tragedy, or the shared grief of a family gathering after the loss of a loved one. These moments of synchronized sadness can paradoxically bring solace, comfort, and a sense of shared humanity. Acknowledging and honoring the full spectrum of emotions, including those we often label as negative, allows for a more complete and authentic experience of synchronicity. 2. The creative spark. Synchronized emotions as a catalyst for innovation. The document mentions the role of synchronized emotions in teamwork and collaboration. However, this synchronicity can extend beyond practical tasks and fuel creative endeavors. Imagine a group of musicians jamming together, their emotions blending to create a spontaneous symphony, or a team of artists collaborating on a mural, their shared vision taking shape on the canvas. These moments of synchronized inspiration can lead to breakthroughs in art, science, and technology, sparking innovation and pushing the boundaries of human creativity. 3. Transgenerational trauma and the potential for collective healing. The retreat touches upon the impact of early experiences and cultural conditioning on our emotional landscape. This extends to the concept of transgenerational trauma, where unresolved emotional wounds and patterns are passed down through families and communities, impacting generations to come. However, the potential for transmutation through synchronized emotions suggests a pathway for collective healing. As individuals within a family or community confront and transform their own trauma, their collective energy field can shift, creating a ripple effect that breaks down old patterns and opens up new possibilities for future generations. 4. Synchronicity beyond the human realm. The retreat primarily focuses on human interactions, but the principles of synchronized emotions can be applied to our relationship with the natural world and even the cosmos. Indigenous cultures have long understood the interconnectedness of all beings, recognizing the spirit in animals, plants, and the elements. Modern science is also revealing the intricate ways in which ecosystems function as interconnected webs of life. Perhaps by cultivating a sense of synchronicity with nature, by honoring the rhythms of the earth and recognizing the interconnectedness of all living beings, we can tap into a deeper level of harmony and contribute to a more sustainable and balanced world. 5. The unspoken language of synchronized emotions. Beyond words, gestures, and even conscious intention, there might exist a deeper, unspoken language of synchronized emotions. This language might be transmitted through subtle energy fields, nonverbal cues that we perceive unconsciously, or perhaps even a form of telepathic communication that transcends our current scientific understanding. This realm of intuitive connection, where hearts speak to hearts without the need for words, hints at a profound mystery waiting to be explored. Further explorations. How can we cultivate a greater awareness of our emotional impact on the environment and consciously contribute to a more harmonious relationship with nature? What role might synchronized emotions play in fostering understanding and cooperation between different species? How can we utilize the creative potential of synchronized emotions to generate solutions for societal challenges and inspire innovation in all fields of human endeavor? What are the implications of recognizing a spiritual or cosmic dimension to synchronized emotions, and how might this shift our understanding of our place in the universe? Can we develop our capacity for intuitive connection and access the unspoken language of synchronized emotions, and what ethical considerations arise from exploring these uncharted territories? The Angel Wing Retreat on Synchronized Emotions invites us to embrace the unfolding mystery of our interconnectedness, not just with each other, but with all of creation. It challenges us to expand our awareness beyond the limitations of our individual perspectives and to explore the infinite possibilities that emerge when hearts and minds beat in unison. By venturing into this uncharted territory with curiosity, compassion, and a deep reverence for the interconnected web of life, we might discover that the truth of synchronized emotions is not just a concept to be understood, but a reality to be lived. Synchronized emotions, unlocking the potential within. As we delve further into the depths of this rich discourse, let's connect the threads of wisdom spun during the Angel Wing retreat with the key ideas presented in the initial document, uncovering a profound blueprint for personal and collective transformation. 1. Emotional energy as a currency for transformation. The document defines emotional energy as the capacity to experience, manage, and express emotions effectively. This energy fuels our thoughts, memories, desires, and actions, influencing our overall well-being and our impact on the world. The retreat reveals how this energy can be depleted by unhealthy patterns, such as engaging with energy vampires, or amplified by conscious intention and a service-oriented approach. Milu's struggle with a family member draining her energy, and her subsequent shift towards focusing on businesses that promote positive change, illustrates how we can consciously choose to invest our emotional energy in ways that support our growth and well-being. This aligns with the concept of emotional capital, where investing in positive emotions and relationships can lead to a greater return in terms of resilience, happiness, and fulfillment. 2. Social awareness and the importance of active listening. The document emphasizes the importance of social skills as a component of emotional intelligence, including the ability to build strong relationships and manage interactions effectively. The retreat highlights the crucial role of active listening in developing social awareness and fostering synchronized emotions. Suparna's sense of isolation stems from a lack of individuals who genuinely listen and hold space for her emotions. This points to a deficit in active listening within her social circles, where conversations are often dominated by self-centered agendas rather than genuine curiosity and empathy. This lack of listening creates a barrier to connection, hindering the flow of synchronized emotions and reinforcing feelings of isolation. 3. Emotional validation and the bridge to understanding. The document emphasizes the significance of emotional validation in achieving synchronized emotions. Acknowledging and validating the feelings of others, even if we don't agree with them, helps create a bridge to understanding and fosters a sense of connection. This concept is demonstrated in Eileen's interaction with her sister. While Eileen disagrees with her sister's jealousy-fueled negativity, she chooses to respond with compassion and forgiveness, recognizing the underlying need for love and attention. This compassionate validation, while not condoning the harmful behavior, creates an opening for potential transformation within the relationship. 4. Positive reinforcement, cultivating a culture of synchronized emotions. The document suggests that positive reinforcement can enhance emotional synchronization. By acknowledging and celebrating expressions of empathy, compassion, and unity, we create a positive feedback loop that encourages these behaviors and fosters a more harmonious environment. This principle is embodied in Milu's enthusiasm for supporting businesses that align with her values. By choosing to invest her resources in companies that prioritize ethical practices and a service-oriented approach, she is not only aligning her actions with her beliefs, but also reinforcing these values within the broader business landscape. 5. Personal growth as a pathway to collective transformation. The retreat underscores the interconnectedness of personal growth and collective transformation. As individuals cultivate self-awareness, manage their emotional energy effectively, and develop their capacity for empathy and connection, they contribute to a more harmonious and synchronized collective. This concept aligns with the document's emphasis on overall personal growth as a key outcome of cultivating emotional energy and synchronized emotions. Suparna's conscious decision to remove herself from draining situations and prioritize her own growth demonstrates how individual transformation can create a ripple effect, inspiring others and contributing to a shift in collective consciousness. Expanding the vision. How can we develop our active listening skills to create more space for emotional validation and foster deeper connections in our relationships? Can we leverage the principles of positive reinforcement to cultivate a culture of synchronized emotions within our families, communities, and workplaces? How can we utilize our emotional capital to support individuals and organizations that are working towards a more compassionate and equitable world? What role does education play in promoting emotional intelligence and fostering a greater understanding of the power of synchronized emotions? How can we integrate the wisdom of ancient spiritual traditions with modern psychological insights to create a more holistic approach to cultivating synchronized emotions and unlocking our collective potential? The Angel Wing Retreat, in conjunction with the guiding principles outlined in the accompanying document, offers a compelling vision for a future where synchronized emotions become a driving force for personal and collective transformation. By understanding the dynamics of emotional energy, cultivating self-awareness, and embracing practices that foster empathy, compassion, and service, we can step into a world where unity, harmony, and interconnectedness are not just lofty ideals, but a lived reality. The journey begins within, with each individual's conscious choice to embody these principles and contribute to a more vibrant and fulfilling world for all. Positive psychology at play, Angel Wing Retreat, and the science of well-being. The Angel Wing Retreat on synchronized emotions, while drawing from a blend of spiritual and esoteric concepts, resonates deeply with several major theories in positive psychology, a field that focuses on understanding and cultivating human flourishing. Let's examine these connections. 1. Broaden and build theory. Barbara Fredrickson. This theory proposes that positive emotions broaden our thought-action repertoires, leading to a wider range of possibilities and fostering personal resources. The retreat aligns with this theory in its emphasis on choosing positive emotional states and embracing practices like gratitude, which expand our capacity for love, connection, and service. For example, Milu's decision to support businesses that promote positive change demonstrates how a positive emotion, compassion, leads to a broader range of actions, supporting ethical businesses, and builds personal resources, a sense of purpose and contribution. 2. PERMA model. Martin Seligman. This model identifies 5 core elements of well-being: positive emotions, engagement, relationships, meaning, and accomplishment. The retreat touches upon all these elements. Positive emotions. The focus on choosing positive emotional spaces, cultivating gratitude, and experiencing synchronized joy aligns with this element. Engagement. Participants actively engage in the discussion, reflecting on personal experiences and seeking deeper understanding. Relationships. The retreat itself exemplifies the importance of positive relationships, fostering connection and mutual support. The discussions about energy vampires and emotional mirroring further highlight the significance of healthy relationships for well-being. Meaning, the emphasis on service and contributing to a greater good aligns with this element, providing a sense of purpose and connection beyond the individual self. Accomplishment. The retreat implicitly suggests that achieving synchronized emotions can be a source of accomplishment, a testament to personal growth and emotional mastery. 3. Flow theory. Mihai Csikszentmihalyi. This theory describes a state of complete absorption in an activity, characterized by intense focus, enjoyment, and a sense of timelessness. The retreat, particularly the guided meditation and mudra practices, create opportunities for participants to experience a state of flow, where their attention becomes fully immersed in the present moment, leading to a sense of peace and connection. This state is further enhanced by the shared energy of the group, creating a collective flow experience that amplifies individual benefits. 4. Mindfulness. John Kabat-Zinn. The retreat emphasizes the importance of self-awareness and paying attention to our emotional states, a core principle of mindfulness. Participants describe the need to be vigilant in noticing their emotional responses and choosing to disengage from energy vampires. Dr. CHETANA's emphasis on conscious intention setting aligns with the practice of bringing mindful awareness to our actions and thoughts, influencing our emotional state and shaping our experience of the world. 5. Self-determination theory. Edward Deci and Richard Ryan. This theory posits that intrinsic motivation, driven by autonomy, competence, and relatedness, is crucial for well-being. The retreat supports this theory in its encouragement of personal choice, the development of emotional mastery, and the emphasis on building meaningful connections. For example, Shuparna's decision to protect her boundaries and prioritize her own growth aligns with the need for autonomy, while Milu's commitment to supporting ethical businesses stems from a sense of relatedness and a desire to contribute to a cause greater than herself. Further connections. The undoing effect of positive emotions. Research suggests that positive emotions can counteract the physiological effects of stress and negativity, promoting resilience and restoring a sense of balance. The retreat's focus on gratitude, compassion, and choosing positive emotional spaces aligns with this finding. The helper's high. Studies have shown that acts of kindness and service can trigger a release of endorphins and other feel-good chemicals, leading to a sense of joy and fulfillment known as the helper's high. This concept reinforces the importance of service as a pathway to synchronized emotions and personal well-being. Positive psychology in practice. The Angel Wing Retreat serves as a compelling example of how positive psychology principles can be integrated with spiritual and esoteric concepts to create a transformative experience. The emphasis on conscious intention, choosing positive emotional states, cultivating self-awareness, building meaningful connections, and aligning our actions with a greater good aligns with the core tenets of positive psychology. By actively engaging with these principles, individuals can unlock their own potential for well-being and contribute to a more harmonious and fulfilling world for all. The Angel Wing, LLC Retreat Disclaimer. The information and practices shared during the Angel Wing retreats, including the retreat on synchronized emotions, are intended for educational and exploratory purposes only. They are not a substitute for professional medical or psychological advice, diagnosis, or treatment. The concepts and techniques presented, including those related to emotional energy, synchronicity, and energy transmutation, draw from a blend of psychological, spiritual, and esoteric traditions. While some of these concepts align with principles of positive psychology, they are not scientifically validated and should not be interpreted as medical or therapeutic claims. The Angel Wing, LLC does not endorse or guarantee any specific outcomes from participating in our retreats. Individual experiences may vary, and results are influenced by a variety of personal factors. It is essential to consult with qualified healthcare professionals for any health concerns or before making any decisions related to your physical or mental health. By participating in our retreats, you acknowledge and agree to this disclaimer. You assume full responsibility for your own well-being and any decisions you make based on the information presented.